My first impressions, well, it was cold. And I was, of course, I went to Norway by myself on a ship where everybody spoke Norwegian and I didn't understand a word. So I was first of all, I was very nervous when we got to Norway. At 10, you can be very nervous, you know. And I didn't know, would I see my parents? Would I recognize them? Would they see me? Would they be happy to see me? It was a difficult trip for me because I was very, very tense. And when I saw them, I was just happy. It was dark and it was cold. That's all I can remember from that very first night. We lived in a very tiny, tiny furnished apartment. That was very different. That was no problem for me. It was a very big problem for my mother. My mother had never done anything in her whole life other than taking care of my father. Very important. But she never cooked, she never cleaned, she never shopped. So this was a big, big, big change for her and for me, because now I was living with my mother, which I hadn't really done before. And my mother used to get very impatient. I mean, it was very difficult for her. She had to do all those things that she never did before. So there was already a huge difference. Tiny apartment, which didn't bother me. But my mother was difficult to be with at the time for me as a little girl. Also, of course, I started school, and that was very different. But good memories, very good memories. My mother went to school, and then she could speak just a little bit of Norwegian, or a mixture of the Scandinavian languages, because they had been traveling to Scandinavia. And she said to the principal that this is my daughter Margrit, and she should be in grade 4, but maybe you can put her into grade 3. She doesn't know a word of Norwegian. And the principal said not to worry, she'll learn it very quickly, and that's exactly what happened. That was total immersion, total immersion into Norwegian. So it was a very good experience. I very quickly caught up to everybody else, and 3 months later, I didn't even want to speak German to my parents. It was Norwegian all the way. So it was very good. I had a very, very good start in Norway.